Hey guys, this is Anupam. I'm going to talk today about how to get the change data capture from SAP reports. Uh, you know, there's a ton of SAP reports which are provided, and then there's a few which are created custom based on the customer requirements, and there's a lot of times there's a need to do a full extraction, and then based on that extraction keep on getting delta on a time series, and we'll see how we can get the full delta extracted to a cloud destination, and then how we can extract on a time series. Let's say every day I want to get data for day -1 or up to the current date, right? So that's what we'll do. How to do change data capture using SAP reports. All right, let's dive in. So we're going to use the SD sales document report, which is essentially the list of sales orders from SAP. And first, let's see, how this one runs. So if I run this with the variant, this one is your full refresh, let's say last 5 years and up to today's date, 7th in 2024. I'm extracting everything for the sales organization 1000. So when I extract this, I get this list around 49 entries, right? So if we are setting up the full extraction, let's see how we can configure that on the REST API. So we'll put in the report name again as R. We know that the object name is SD sales document view. And then we are going to use the variant which we had used here, which was this particular one, USB for SAP one. If you see the parameters, those are the dates, right? And then rest of the parameters would remain the same. We want to fetch format of JSON or CSV, and then we are putting it on an Azure directory, and we are using SASCII. And field labels, let's let it remain as the technical field name is. So when I send this request, it will go ahead and generate a file on my Azure, which would carry all of these 49 records. So right, you have total of 50 records, which is the first header row, and then the 49 records from the dataset. So this matches the full refresh, right? Let's see how we can set up the delta as well. So for delta, it's not too complicated as long as you're using the variants from SAP. So I've set it up. Let's see how this is set up. Right now, if you see, it is saying when the created date is between 7/9 to 7/11. And how do we set this up? You go to variant attributes, and here you see on the created date, what you can do is it gives certain options, and with those options what you have is an ability to select current date -XX and current date plus Y. So that way it creates a window really on the current date, and you can go up to the current date or even more than the current date. And here once you say I want, let's say day -1 and up to the next day I want to extract everything. So it will automatically keep on creating this rolling window. And if you look at the values, it automatically generates that when the creation date is between 7/9 to 7/11, because current date is 7/10. So that's what it will keep on creating the window, and whatever it finds created between this date range, it will go ahead and execute and extract. So if I see on SAP, if I run this with this particular variant, I get one record which has been created, right? So same variant, if I go and schedule this now as a delta, I just changed the variant name to USB for SAP1-date and trigger this. Now this triggers another output on my Azure, which is this last one. And when I look at this, again, it is matching the data which is coming from the SAP report. I have the first header row, and then I have the data record, which is the sales order number 19081. All right. So this is how it is set up. Let me quickly walk you through how to set it up on the SAP system with the rolling window. So you would go variants, change, and then let's say you want to create a new variant. I'll just name it as for day 2 and say create, and you want to go to attributes, select the date field, and on the date field you can either choose the local date or system date. I usually choose system date. And then I get a few options here. Let us say you want to set up a change data capture with the rolling window of ±3 days. So what you will end up doing is you'll enter 3 and 3. Press enter and enter some description with date 2, right? So here, soon as you have set it up, see what it does to your date range. It is going date -3 and date +3. And will automatically extract. So, this is one of the benefits of sticking to variants in SAP. Now, this particular variant which has been created, you will be able to use in USB for SAP and, keep extracting. All right. So what did we do? We did a full refresh from SAP using a report, and then we set it up that I can keep on getting delta data on a shifting time window. And this really could be on a create date or a change date, whichever is suitable, and keep on refreshing from USB for SAP. All right, thanks. Hope you find this useful.